Despite having a population of 140 crore, why has India had such a tough time finding and training 11 players who could leave a mark on the world of football? This question has intrigued many sports pundits across the world, and there are many reasons behind it. Most people think India has been bad at football since the beginning, but that's not the case. Many think India has never qualified for a World Cup, but as a matter of fact, India did qualify for the 1950 World Cup and were called the Brazil of Asia. The period from 1950 to 1962 was the golden era for Indian football, winning 2 Asian Games and finishing 4th in the 1956 Olympics. But since then, it was all downhill from there. But what is the real reason behind it? Let's discuss it. One major reason behind India's struggles in football is the limited infrastructure. Unlike countries like Brazil or Germany, where football is deeply ingrained in the culture and has extensive grassroots infrastructure, India lags behind in terms of well-equipped training facilities, proper coaching, and youth development programs. The scarcity of infrastructure often hampers the identification and nurturing of talented young players. Football is enjoyed and played across India, but there is little encouragement and incentive to play it. The authorities have not shown the political will to develop sporting capabilities, leaving the facilities and grounds for players in neglect. Just look at one example. The Delhi government runs 9 sports complexes in the city. In total, the government said in an RTI that it employs 35 coaches across these sports complexes. Unfortunately, only 2 of the 35 coaches are for football. This is in the capital, so one can only imagine the roadblocks faced by football enthusiasts in other parts of the country. Hey, by the way, I work really hard on these videos and it would be really great if you just like the video and subscribe to my channel. Another crucial factor is the overwhelming popularity of cricket in India. Cricket has long been considered the nation's favorite sport, receiving significant financial investments and media coverage. After winning the 1983 Cricket World Cup, the popularity of cricket in India increased to such an extent that other sports, including football, were largely neglected. Consequently, young athletes are often encouraged to pursue cricket rather than football, leading to a talent drain. The lack of strong footballing culture and support system means that many potential football players opt for cricket instead. The Indian government union budget assigns little money for sports, which makes it tough for the players to achieve a living through games like football. On the other hand, BCCI is an autonomous body and one of the richest cricket control boards in the world. Cricket is a preferred sport in India and parents do not encourage their children to take football as a career, and it only means as a pastime. The same goes for other sports as well. We had very less information about Mary Kom, PV Sindhu and Neeraj Chopra until they did something huge in their respective games. India's historical performance in the international football has also contributed to its struggles. The national team has faced significant challenges and the FIFA rankings have remained relatively low. This lack of success on the global stage can lead to a lack of motivation and reduced public interest in the sport. During the golden era between 1950 to 1962, India were one of the most feared teams in Asia. Had India decided to go to the World Cup rather than the Olympics, things might have ended differently. The craze of cricket increased only after India lifted the World Cup. And imagine if India had gone to the World Cup instead of Olympics and performed well there. Who knows? Today India would have been like France or Spain. League football has been played in India for a very long time. But since the launch of Indian Super League in 2014, football has become somewhat popular, with the league being broadcast live on television, connecting new fans to football. The emergence of ISL and the growth of grassroots initiatives are a positive sign for the future. In places like Delhi, the government needs to establish new football centers and provide training to the youth. To summarize, India's struggles in football can be attributed to factors such as limited infrastructure, the dominance of cricket, competition from other sports, and a lack of historical success. However, with ongoing efforts to improve grassroots development, infrastructure, and the overall footballing ecosystem, there is hope that India can gradually make strides in the game and achieve better results in the future. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.